The morning after her first meeting with Morla, Mina couldn't stop thinking about her. She sat on her bedroom floor with her red notebook open, trying to draw the ghost witch's face from memory. But no matter how many times she tried, the eyes always came out wrong. One too cloudy, one too bright, and somehow always watching. Outside, the fog hadn't lifted. In fact, it looked thicker today. The sun was a dull silver disk, and even the birds seemed quieter than usual. But that didn't stop Mina. She packed a biscuit for herself, a stale sugar cube for the crow, who had been following her lately, and headed back toward the hidden path. Blackthorn Mansion stood just as she'd left it, silent, towering, and waiting. This time she brought chalk. On her way in, she made marks on the wall, her own trail in case the mansion tried to shift its rooms, because something about it felt alive. Inside, the air was thicker. Mina heard distant creaks again, not from footsteps this time, but from the very walls. "Morla," she called softly. There was no reply. She tiptoed past the cracked chandelier room, past the dusty piano. And then she heard a whisper, not a voice, but a breath. It came from behind the wallpaper. Mina pressed her ear to it. The wall was breathing, and beneath that, a heartbeat. Suddenly, a crack split the wall open like an old wound, revealing a room she hadn't seen before. It was a study. Candles lit themselves as she entered, their flames blue. The shelves were full of bottles, some glowing, some twitching. And on the desk sat a dusty book with her name written across the cover in ink. Mina. She didn't remember writing it, but her hand fit the indentation perfectly. As she flipped it open, words began appearing by themselves. The mansion remembers the ones who belong. The girl walks willingly. The witch watches lovingly. Goosebumps prickled her arms. Then a gust of cold air swept through the room, and Morla appeared, her tattered cloak rippling behind her. She looked more solid than yesterday. Her eye glowed dimmer, her voice a little warmer. "You came back," she said. "Curious thing." "I want to know who you are," Mina said boldly, "and what this place is." Morla's face twitched with something between a smile and a wince. "This place was once mine," she whispered. "Long before the village forgot, before the stories stopped being told, before they buried me in their fear." Mina looked around at the strange room. "Are you stuck here?" Morla's cloudy eye flickered. "I'm not stuck. I'm bound." "To what?" The room trembled slightly. A crack appeared in the floorboards. From below, something sighed. "To him," she said simply. "He sleeps beneath the house. He wakes slowly. You'll hear him breathing soon." Mina's stomach turned. She clutched the book tighter. "And me?" she asked. "Why am I here?" Morla leaned down until their faces were almost level. "Because you're not like the others, Mina. You see what they don't. You ask the questions they're too scared to ask. That makes you mine." The door behind them slammed shut. Outside, a small boy stood at the edge of the forest, watching the mansion through the trees. His name was Eli. He had been sent to find the strange girl who wandered too far. But Eli wasn't scared. He liked strange. And far below the house, something very old shifted in its sleep and smiled.